In this game, we're going to be watching Papalan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Not Today, play against SG. And he is playing a Faceless Void in the safe lane, going to be matched up against an LC, which is an interesting matchup because it's going to be a 1v1 battle for them. But it is important, an important part to cover because it's a matchup where he can't just right-click his enemy in the face. It's a disadvantageous matchup for him, as in he just kind of has to try to peel and get as much of the lane out as possible. So he does buy double sets of regen, which I really like for 1v1 battle, and he picks up a calling blade with his first item, which I also really like. And as you can see, whenever the LC is in his face, he can't really battle it out. So I like what he's doing. He's trading a couple of hits, using his time walk to get the damage off of him, and just kind of getting the creeps back into his tower. So in this lane, he's just going to what his goal is with this lane, right? He's in a disadvantaged lane that he can't trade hits in, so he has to set a goal in his lane to just try to trade farm with him. He's never going to kill this guy, pretty much never, unless he makes a mistake on LC, and he does miss a couple of last hits here. So important part obviously is to try to get as many CS under the tower as possible, because he did miss 2 or 3 there. But it's always harder to CS when you're heavily contested by someone like an LC. So LC is just going to try to be in his face as much as possible, and Void should just do exactly what he's doing, trade a couple of hits, and when he takes too much damage himself, he uses the time walk to get the damage off of him. So getting some couple of nice CS there. And when you're playing a hero like a Void and you have a Quality Blade pick up, it is very, very easy to get less hits under the tower. So his first item that he's buying here is going to be a Poor Man's Shield, which I wholeheartedly agree with. Poor Man's Shield is something that you should always look to pick up in battles when you're gonna trade right clicks with the enemy hero. Because right now at this instance, when he is level 3 and the LC is out of mana, he is actually able to trade hits quite effectively with the LC, because he picked up the Quelling Blade, or picked up the Poor Man's Shield, excuse me, and the LC has also picked up a Poor Man's Shield, and very soon the LC is going to get significantly much stronger than the Void, and the Void is going to make some key mistakes as well that I like. That he's doing, so that we can talk about it. At this point of the game, I think the Void needed to go to the side shop right there and pick up either a Orb of Venom or a Blightstone. That's just going to increase the damage that he can deal to this LC so much more. As you can see, the LC kind of just wants to be in his face right now. If he at this point right there had Orb of Venom or a Blightstone, I'm sure he could get a bunch of extra hits in on the LC. And the other mistake that he's doing, okay, right now he's using the right click method, so he's right clicking the LC and he's going to time walk this off, and he does he did buy the Orb of Venom right there, but he kind of messed up and it was too far out from the shop, so he didn't really get it, so he ended up selling it again. So going to take that in the tower. In a matchup like this, it's extremely important that you get all the last hits under the tower. He messed up a little bit by not getting the archer there. Granted, he did get blocked by the creeps. So if you're in a matchup like this, he has a camera down on bottom right now. Probably missed a last hit from that too. So he's not playing this lane perfectly, but it's a good demonstration of a lane of the nature when you can't do much in getting a kill and getting effective hits on your enemy hero, because the LC is naturally going to be stronger than you at the Void. So here the LC does run over to the shrine to heal up, which is a good time for the Void to pick up this bounty rune. He's going to miss like 1 creep here, but if the LC were to still be in the lane, he could not run over to the bounty rune over there to pick that up. I actually still don't know if it was really worth it to miss 2 CS for that bounty rune, but he does deny the enemy team from picking up a bounty rune too. And another key mistake that he's making here, this is the grand mistake that he's making in this lane. He's doing, I'm gonna pause here for a sec, because he's doing completely fine so far. He is 19-3 versus 21-6, despite missing a couple of CS. The LC is a favorable matchup against the Void, and the LC has the shrine to access, which puts him in this position in the first place. But some key mistakes that the Void makes here is that he does not For one, he has 900 gold at this point. That needs to be spent. That absolutely needs to be spent. He should have either a Blightstone or a Orb of Venom earlier on than this, and he should have ferried himself more regen with the Courier to have give himself more lane sustain. And I'm going to show you why. Because what is going to happen now is that he's going to, I'm gonna speed this up, he's going to run all the way back to the base. And he's wasting a lot of time doing this. A lot of time has been wasted. The LC is now free farming, and this is the key mistake that he makes in this lane. And if he didn't make these mistakes, I'm sure he would be a little better off in this lane. He should be combating this LC a little bit more than this. Now he's a little bit on the back foot, and he has, even though he has missed a couple of CS here and there. So I'm going to leave this replay analysis as that. I covered the most important parts. Let's move on to the next one.